Hi. I'll have the number 11, but if you could, hold the fug on.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Christian and I logged on, we started chatting, and I was like, damn, this is already good. Like, we got to hit record, jump into it. He's at a coaching kind of seminar sort of thing down in Orlando.
Correct.
Very cool. So we were talking about how even like coaches need coaches, right? And it's like, and Christian was kind of explaining like his perspective on that. And then I can get into mine, but man, just like keep rolling, just, about,
Yes.
yeah.
I mean, like I was saying, Dan, just no matter how good you think you are, that you always overcome, you always have challenges you always have to overcome. And having that outside source looking in, or just a different view, or just somebody that's been through the experience to kind of help coach you through and get better, it's going to make you better at what you do. So I always look at it as no matter how good I think I am, there's always something new to learn. There's always different perspectives. And I'm surrounded by people here in Orlando for the next 3 days that I, I would like to say I'm a big fish up in Tennessee, but
Mhm.
some of these people make me look like a little fish.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the thing, right? Like depending on what pond you're in, there's gonna be bigger fish, man.
100%, man. And just having people surround yourself by people that have the same mindset, for one, is great because you can bounce ideas. You can talk about what the big changes are, what you're doing, what they're doing, what their market looks like.
Mhm.
But then also having somebody here that has more or talks to all these agents, just groups it down into knowledge. And that's on the coaching level, man. You got one big coach that might talk to 100 other coaches, and those coaches talk to me. Just it's literally, I guess I can't think of the effect where like it's like a pond where it just keeps going.
Right.
Um, and man, it's just all that knowledge gets back to kind of that top person. But even the top people have coached. I mean, dude, there's so many successful people out here that have a coach.
Right. There is so much to unpack in there, and I got so many thoughts based on what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, there's so much we would miss by ourselves, right? There's so many perspectives, and you need someone to distill it down. Like you can think of like the Ten Commandments, right? And it's like, okay, here's 10 laws we came up with over 1,000 years of trial and error, like all the stories of the things we got right, the things we got wrong, and now we can distill them down into 10 clear rules. That's part of
Mhm.
what the coaching, man. You're pulling on the experience of like decades of these really big fish,
Correct.
everything that they've learned, and now we're going to just put it in a couple sentences to save you all the trouble of all the things we had to learn the hard way.
100%.
Yeah.
Man,
And it,
I believe everybody should have a coach.
that's the
Definitely if you
thing.
want to be successful in business.
I think so. And and like one of the things you got me thinking about is like reinvesting in yourself,
Hmm.
right? Like I feel like if you aren't evolving, you're dying. Basically, like you have to reinvest in yourself. You have to try new things. You have to constantly learn new things every day, learn new things, and like change as the world changes. Otherwise, like I've worked for guys who are still like printing out flyers and doing like newspaper ads, and I'm like, we live in a digital age. Like we gotta change what we're doing here to stay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got to,
Yeah.
man, you got to be able to accept that change and have maybe somebody from the outside tell you. And sometimes, man, a coach doesn't always need to be your friend. A coach is a coach.
Right.
Sometimes the coach is there to get hard on you because even though, man, for the longest time, I have a circle of people that we all bounce ideas. They tell me, hey, that's dumb. It's not. But at the end of the day, sometimes they're not always the most direct, or hey, they might think it will work. Well, an outside source that's already been through it can come in direct and be like, no, this is not a good idea for you. And
Right.
they'll tell you why. But the people that you thought or that can help you, they just didn't know. And it's not their fault. It's just sometimes that outside source, you need somebody to be a little bit blunt and direct with you that's saying that's stupid, don't do it.
Yeah. Sometimes your friends are maybe too close to a situation, or there's a lot to unpack in there. I will say for Tina, like she leads a team and
Mhm.
she's got to hire people, and she's not looking for people who are like perfect and know everything. But one of the big things is the coachability,
Correct.
being able to take criticism and instead of like being upset, being defensive, being like, hey, I think I should be perfect all the time, and to imply otherwise pisses me off, be coachable, like be
100%.
humble, make the changes.
100%. You hit
Yeah.
the nail on the head right there. If you're going to hire a coach, or if you're going to go somewhere, you're going to hire employees, you want to look for people that can be coachable.
Right. And even as the boss, like it's okay if you do not know everything. It is okay if you have to make changes. Like just because you're the boss does not mean you have to know every little thing and always be right. It is much more important to win than to be right.
Correct.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
100%, man. And that's, Sometimes you guys got to admit you're wrong and move on and try to do better. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
It's not defeat, man. And what I always tell people is what I've learned, what I've heard a lot of, and what I just stuck with me is, man, is you got to make fear your friend. You can't be scared of it.
Mm.
And I've also learned that if you want to be successful in anything, you need to fall in love with problems.
Okay. No, expand on that if you could.
Man, just because when problems are solved, money money is made, money is exchanged. If you come up with a solution, Amazon came up with what started out as a bookstore.
Right, right.
I mean, they worked out of a garage for the longest time.
Yeah, straight
And
up.
the story, and actually one of my coaches quotes this story a lot, man. And the story is they were in there, Jeff Bezos and whoever, and they were on their hands and knees, and they're talking about their knees were hurting from packing all this stuff. And Jeff Bezos said, "Man, I need some knee pads." And the person that was standing there with him said, "No, we need to get tables to get this stuff off the floor."
Yeah.
And man, look where it's at. And the thing is, Amazon found a problem, man. They found a problem that people wanted stuff to their house quick. People
Right.
wanted it brought to them. They didn't want to have to go get everything.
Hmm.
Amazon figured out a solution. Bam, they made it happen. I mean, it's just like I mean, it's really anything, man. It's everything from even Zoom we're on now, man. It's from your phones, AirPods, anything like that. It's they saw a problem and they figured out a way to fix it. And if you have a business or you're writing a book or you're looking to do something,
Yeah.
what's a problem people look? What's some curiosity somebody might have? And if you can fix that curiosity and fix that problem, money's going to be made.
Right, for sure. There's money in solutions and it's and like there's ways everyone can win, right? Like you're making money, but you're solving a problem. Like you're providing an honest service and you're paid good wages for that. And it's okay. Like everyone is getting what they want and that is okay. Like our society demonizes successful people in a way. Like everyone's jealous of very successful people. Like they all want to be one and then they love to hate on them too. And it's like,
Oh,
well,
100%.
of course you can't find success. Like you're hating on this thing all the time, but it's like you quietly want that. Like you'd like to succeed. No one wants to fail, but you got to stop like hating money. Money is a neutral asset. Money amplifies what you are. Like people do amazing things with money. People do terrible things with money. Like it comes down to personalities, right?
And the thing is, man, and again, one of my coaches says this, man, that there's not a shortage of money,
Right.
shortage of motivation.
Right.
Dude, go out and look at all the money that's being spent.
Yeah.
And it's not even on necessities, man. You go out to, and I'll give you an example. Dude, I was at Universal yesterday. I got into Orlando a day or a couple days early, so I've had a couple days to do whatever.
For
And I
sure.
went to I went to Universal yesterday, man, and there were so many people in line buying tickets.
Right.
And dude, a 1 day pass at Universal, you're looking at like $500-600 for both parks.
No kidding.
But dude, I mean, there was line. I mean, I waited in line to go buy, and I'll be honest, like what I figured out is, hey, if I buy a 2 day pass, it's cheaper. Like in the long run, it's cheaper for me to buy an annual pass.
Right. Right.
But not everybody thinks like me. Not like in my head, I'm like, okay, I spent $100 more, but now I have a year pass, and I can
Right.
come here whenever. I can bring my family. Not
Yeah.
everybody thinks like that. Some people are okay with buying the 1 or 2 day pass because it's a little bit cheaper now, and then they'll probably come back here in 6 months and a year, buy another pass, buy another,
I've
and
done
they'll
that. I
doing
made the
it.
mistake. You buy like a single roll of paper towels, and you're like, "Damn, I'm an idiot." I'm like right back here 2 days later. You're like, "Yeah, that didn't work out well for me." But I
That's
think the point you're
exactly
making is like it's a luxury, right? Like no one needs to go to Universal. Like people are spending money on luxuries for fun, entertainment, all kinds of things. It's not just survival, food and water and shelter. It's like the comforts, all this and that.
100%, man. And dude, when COVID happened, I seen a lot of businesses go under. I'm sure you did
Oh
too.
yeah, oh yeah,
I tell you, and again, there might be one out there, but in my area, in my neighborhood, and everywhere I drive, I didn't see any liquor stores going out of business.
hell no,
Dude, I didn't see any tobacco stores going out of business. People were losing their jobs. Other
right?
businesses were going under because of no business.
Yeah.
Guess what? Tobacco and liquor were still. I would almost bet. And again, don't quote me on this. I'd almost bet their sales were at an all-time high during
Oh,
COVID.
they say like, hey, we have a great business. Like if people are really hard on their luck, they're drinking alcohol. If people are having a
Oh,
great time, they're drinking alcohol. Like no matter what, good days, bad days, people are drinking. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, the vape stores, I don't know how the vape stores stay in business. I'm like there's like one on every corner, and I'm like, I don't know how they're making any money at all. They
Hey,
gotta be like
I put them
mattress
in the
firm.
same category as mattress stores.
I swear, like every block, I'm like, are you guys laundering money out of South America? Like, what do we do? Like, what is in those mattresses? Yeah.
But
um,
man,
but yeah, so I mean, people are spending money on all kinds of things, and it isn't just necessity. You got me thinking about this one thing. There's this Japanese Venn diagram called an ikigai, and it's four overlapping circles, and it's like, okay, what you love to do, what you're good at, like what you're passionate about, what you're good at, what you can be paid for, what's good for society. And then you
mhm.
find the spot where all four things overlap, and you just like that's the hill you die on for your career. Like, look, I love to do it. I can be paid to do it. It needs to be done. I'm good at it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And like that is something I'm going to teach my son 100%. Like whatever you pick, make sure it's something you can maintain because you love to do it. Make sure it's creating value and make sure you can feed your family doing it. Otherwise, like when you find a career that makes sense on all those categories, that's the place, invest in yourself, go after that.
100%, man.
Yeah.
And that it's going to make you want to do it longer and it's going to make you be driven and actually have the confidence to do it too if you actually like it.
Right, right.
You can't if you hate cars and
Mm.
you're an introvert and you hate talking to people, how are you ever going to sell a car if you're a car salesman?
Right. It's
You're
not a good
you're
fit for
never
you.
going to ask for the business. Oh, I don't want to be a pushy car salesman.
Right, right, right.
And I get that. And like when I'm a realtor, I don't want to be a pushy realtor. I don't ever try to force people in a house, but I do have to ask for the business.
No, for sure. I mean,
Because
you gotta close deals, right? Like that is part of the
literally,
gig. And if you're not comfortable with that, you're not gonna make it.
correct. And if I'm not confident and I don't have to say is, you want to buy this? You want to buy this? You want to buy this? There's
Hmm.
other questions you can ask. You don't have to be in somebody's face direct. Not saying that doesn't always help because sometimes you got to be. Sometimes you just got to be direct.
Yeah.
But you also can't sit out here and just hold people's hands for free.
No, no, that's no way to keep
And
the
that's
door.
all industries.
No, that's everywhere you go. And maybe for some people, like a lot of people, I worked in sales a long time, and sales always kind of made me uncomfortable. And part of it was I was rarely selling something I would buy. So it always was like kind of disingenuous, right? But I'm learning, as I'm running a couple different like small companies, is you need to wear a lot of hats. Like you got to be comfortable in sales, you got to be comfortable in marketing, you need to know a little bit of accounting, a little bit of finance, a little bit of website design, a little bit of social media. Like you have to have you can't be intimidated by any of it. Like you got to be open to learn it and like get your feet wet. You don't have to be an expert in any of it, but to know nothing about some of these things, you're not going to succeed. Like you need to up your skill set in all of them.
Definitely when you're starting out, you got no choice.
Right. You're the only person. Like you wear all the hats.
Now, I tell you what, you want to get motivated quickly,
Yeah.
hire somebody to do all that stuff and then have their checks coming out of your bank account. You want to talk about
Start,
motivation? That's going to create some motivation for you.
yeah, when you got payroll to hit every 2 weeks, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, we better get serious. Like,
That's going to activate your drive on what you need to do to be successful as hiring. And I'll be honest, like I did start that in my business where I was trying to do it all.
right.
And I was like, I gotta hire an assistant. And I
Yeah.
have assistant do a lot of my marketing now.
Right. Right. Right.
She does all my mailers and things like that and organizes events and my pop buys and she helps me with all that. And I realized that I don't have the time to sit here and do this. I can put my time and be more profitable in something else
Mm.
than dealing with creating a flyer saying Happy New Year with my face on it.
Right. There's some point where like you got to go with your gut, right? Like in the beginning, you're like, okay, look, it doesn't make sense to hire someone, but there is some threshold where you're like, okay, it makes more sense if I'm spending my time doing this and I have someone else spending their time doing that. And you got to
Yeah.
go with your gut for like when that moment is. Yeah.
100%, man. You got to figure out what you're good at. I'm good at selling houses. I'm good at coaching people.
Right.
I
Right.
am not good at making templates to mail to people's houses. I'm not good at organizing events.
Doing little TikTok dances and
Yeah, man,
it's
I'm
not
not good
me.
at
It's
any of
not
that
me,
stuff.
man.
I love shooting videos. I'd rather be shooting videos, informational videos all the time.
Right.
Guess what? I'm not good at recording them. I'm not good at editing them. I
Yeah.
understand there's apps out there, but it's still my time I have to do it. I'd rather have somebody else shoot it and do the video.
Right. Do the production and stuff like, hey, I got the language and stuff. I'll do all of that, but all the put it together and the audio
Yeah.
and timing, all this, be like, that's best left to someone who's better at it, passionate about it. Yeah, etc.
100%, man. And
Yeah.
and those people, going back to what I said a little bit ago, those people figured out a problem.
Hmm.
They fell in love with that problem. They found a solution.
Right, right, right.
For somebody like me, that's my problem. I don't like editing videos.
Hmm.
They figured out a solution. Money exchanges hands.
For sure. And it's good for everyone. And together we can do more work, generate more income. So let me ask you, like that transition from like, okay, you're doing your own thing to like, okay, now you have employees with families who are depending on you, depending on your good judgment, your hard work, that responsibility. Has that like kind of shifted anything for you? Like added any, what was that transition like, if anything?
Man, I'll be honest. When I first started doing it on, I first
Yeah.
started taking it on, I put a lot of debt on credit cards.
Right, right, right.
I haven't always had a successful, I mean, I obviously had to start somewhere.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
and I started it took me a little bit to get out of debt. I put my family in a lot of debt and probably wasn't the smartest move. I paid some credit card interest. I did balance transfers to avoid it, man. I played the whole system.
Right.
Um, but man, I talked about motivation. When you're in debt and your family wants to go out and do fun things and you got to live a basic lifestyle for a little bit.
Yep.
And then obviously life happens. You total a car, then this happens and this happens. I mean, life still comes at you even though you're in debt and you're hustling.
Yeah.
That's really where the motivation shifted was I got to focus on myself and I got to get myself out of debt. But I realized that I cannot get myself in a better situation if I keep doing the stuff I don't like to do.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I
So
mean,
let me
dude, I would be up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning
Mhm.
editing videos because I would drag doing it. I'd be doing it and I'd be like, all right, let me get on the phone for a little bit. And then I'd be like, all
Right.
right, what else can I be doing? Okay, let me get on my iPad. And then it's like I literally just wasted 6 hours, whatever, for
Yeah.
something that somebody else will probably do in 30 minutes.
Right. And actually have a great time doing it.
Oh,
Like
100% they'll
make a
love it,
whole
man.
evening of it. Like, oh, I love this. I'm dialed in, and you're like procrastinating, going slower than you should, no focus.
Yeah.
It's not
I
what
love
you, yeah.
I love coaching. I love selling houses. And I guess what? I'll put my time doing what I love
Hmm.
and let somebody else do the things I don't. Because like I said, they can do it faster. They can do it. And that's been my motivation to kind of, hey, I got people relying on me to pay them.
Right.
In order for me to start doing that, in order for me to help guide people in the right way, I
Hmm.
have to find somebody else to do certain tasks. And I got to find, man, I've started a list of every app I would recommend to business owners.
Okay. Interesting.
And man, the app gets longer and longer every day because I find a new app to add.
Something, yeah. Are you going to put all that on like? Because I know you were moving into like business coaching as like something that you can offer to like the next generation to your peers. Are you going to like make this list? Because I know like a lot of coaches they'll do some free content to just get people started as like a thank you, but also to like show people like, hey, like I am the real thing. You're gonna
Yeah.
like kind of make that put that list out somewhere that like, hey,
And that's been my goal. I've been building some backlinks on our website,
nice.
on my website to add in there. I haven't got them fully published yet. It's
Hmm.
kind of something I take a little bit longer to do. Again, that's not something I love doing. So I've been trying to contract a lot of it out.
Right.
But I still have to be involved in a lot of it. So, of course, busy as I am, it's tough to keep it. But I do plan on having something like free offering. Um, and then what I'm doing too is people that are actually with me and they're paying, I'm going to have better exclusive content for them. I'm going to
Oh,
have
yeah.
more guides. I'm going to have different templates.
And even
Um,
direct interactions with you, direct coaching questions, like emails
100%.
or a monthly call, check in, this kind of stuff, right?
And that's what, man, I got somebody I coach every 2 weeks.
Nice.
Because I prefer to do every 2 weeks, either every week or every 2 weeks. It's hard to go a
Mhm.
month to month because so much happens in a month.
Right.
Um, and she texted me earlier and said, "Hey Christian, can you call me? I really need your help."
Yeah. Okay.
She called me as a coach and said, "Hey, what would you recommend?" We were on the phone for about 15 minutes,
Hmm.
walked her through the situation, and
Yeah.
then she can get on with her day. But it's like it's resources like that when you really need the help, and that's what I like about the coaches I have. I got two coaches. I have a business coach and I have a real estate coach.
Nice.
Um, My real estate coach, I actually just met him today for the very first time in person.
Oh, no
I,
kidding.
I knew what his head looked like, but I didn't know what his body looked like.
They're
Um,
like, oh, here.
but I got to meet him today. But he's always available. Whenever I text him, he gets back with me quick. Whenever
Right.
I need,
Right. Right.
I say, "Hey, can you jump on a quick call?" he says, "Hey, I'm available between this time for about 15 minutes." Bam,
Mhm.
that's all I need. And I respect his time, he respects my time. But that's what I like about a coach too, is having that availability and having the resources they have to kind
Right.
of learn and do better from that.
Is he an older gentleman or about our
Man, I'd say both my coaches. Look, everybody's older than me. I'm 28.
Yeah, I forget like man, you like maybe it's the beard or something. You're like yeah.
Yeah, I look a little bit older, but I'd say my coach is probably high 30s and his 40s
Okay.
for real estate. My business coach, I think he's mid 40s.
That's still pretty young. I mean, as far as like most of my mentors, like you meet these guys along the way who like maybe they didn't have a son or like the son wasn't interested in like whatever, and they kind of like adopt you and they just want to like they want to
Yeah,
teach you stuff, teach you about life, like here's how you use this power tool and here's how you renovate a house and also here's some philosophy and hey, don't get divorced and they just teach you all kinds of crazy stuff. They've all been mostly older guys, like
yeah,
yeah, like 50s, you know what I mean, 60s. But yeah, that mentor thing has been enormous, right? I mean, people who are on the people who have been through whatever you're going through now, because whatever it is you're going through, you probably a lot of people feel alone with their problems.
you're not the
Million,
first.
no, there's a million people at least right now, and there's so many people before. There's people alive today who went through it decades ago, who can tell you whatever you need to know about it, as long as you have the humility to ask. You know what I mean? You have the good judgment of who to ask and the humility to do so.
100%, man. And that's
Yeah.
what it takes is I do have a business partner that's also a mentor to me that
Mhm.
he's 60. I mean, he's been
Yeah.
through and he gives me advice and I wish I listened to him more than I don't.
Right.
Um, because I'll do something and I'll call him like, man, this failed. And he'd be like, didn't I tell you that? Um, I listen to my coach probably more than I do my mentor, and I should be listening to him a lot more than I mean, I don't have to pay him.
Right.
Um,
Right. Right.
he's just a free mentor, but it's just sometimes I'm like, does he really know? And then, of course, every time I go against what he says, it bites me. It bites me fast.
Inevitably doesn't work out, right?
Yeah, 100%, man. But what I always say on everything though, and man, one coach says it a lot too, is you have to go to bed tired and wake
Mm.
up hungry.
Ooh, I like that.
And that's from Coach Michael Burt. I'm actually reading his book right now, Flip the Switch.
Nice.
Um, and I don't read many books, and this is only my second. This is my second book this year I've started, so I'm
Nice.
making
Okay.
progress here and
There
actually
you go.
reading.
There you go.
Um, but man, that right there, what he says a lot of good things, and that go to bed tired, wake up hungry.
Yeah, that speaks to me because like if you're not hungry, you're not going to make it in your own business. Like you can work for other people, but if you're going to bet on yourself, like you better be hungry. Otherwise, like it ain't going to work.
100%, man. If you're not going to bed tired, you didn't work hard enough. You didn't want it bad enough for the day.
Yeah, you didn't do everything you could, right? Like
100%.
and you know, I believe in I don't sleep nearly enough, right? And I know I get this wrong. Tina sleeps like a baby, but and she's also killing it at work. So like she's got a good she and I've noticed this with the ladies too. They're big on the recovery, rest days, and the men are more like, no, 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 I'm gonna like work till I got gray hairs and I look old as hell, and I'm, you know what I mean? And I think I don't know who has it right. I mean, we both have our methods, right? And like
Yeah.
as long as you get where you're trying to go, yeah,
That's what man, I see. I've been tracking my sleep. I got an app on my phone. I've been
nice,
tracking my sleep,
nice,
and
nice.
and that goes down a whole path. But you start to realize how much sleep you don't get, and there's three types of sleep.
Hmm.
Two of them are better than one of them, but like one's really good, and the one's like right in the middle, and then one's like that's the worst type of sleep you want.
Yeah,
What I'm finding out is the type of sleep you want, which I think is like REM sleep. I think it is, and don't quote
yeah,
me on that.
yeah, yeah.
I don't nearly get enough of.
Mm.
Um, and so I've been like tracking it for the last couple of weeks. I'm sitting here like, how can I get all this stuff done? But yet this is saying like my sleep schedule is awful. Like it rates you on like 1 to 100. And I'm sitting like in the 60s and 70s every day
Right.
at the most.
I suppose it all comes down to how you feel. But the REM sleep, I'll tell you, like there's some times when I dream a lot and remember everything. There's other times I don't recall a damn thing. But I'm
Mhm.
telling you, I get great ideas from like dreams. Like I'll wake up and be like, oh shit. Like I'll get some inspiration for like something I can do, something I can work on, a book idea, something. So it's like, I
Yeah.
don't know, that REM sleep thing is big, but it's challenging. Like if you drink, like I'm drinking coffee right now, probably not gonna get any REM sleep. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. 5:30 at night, you're definitely not gonna sleep good.
No, and if I drink some beers after this, not gonna sleep good. You know what I mean? It's just like if I look at a screen or something, like whatever it is, there's so many ways to mess it up. But I guess it all depends on how you feel. But hey, let me ask you this because I kind of relate to this. I'm in this season too. Like I left my job last August to pursue like I had a side hustle that ended up like growing, and it was at the point where I was driving myself crazy because I was making kind of the same amount of money doing both things, but I like had no time. So I'm like,
Yeah.
screw it. Like, why don't I leave the job I don't like to do the one that's mine, my hustle, my thing, go hard on the book deal. But making that transition is obviously very scary. Betting on yourself is scary. And like, yeah, you do rack up a little bit of debt in the beginning. There's kind of no way around it. Like any of these big transitions, a lot of thing changes when you become self-employed. Like getting loans is harder, verifying what you make, what you don't make, the quarterly payments, budgeting your money. All there's a lot of things you got to learn, and it's hard to do. What shifted in you that like got you out of that hard? Like obviously you took a gamble on yourself. Like, look, I believe in when I'm doing enough that like I'm gonna go in on my own business. And in the beginning, it's clunky, you rack up some debt, and then you got yourself out of that. So what kind of shift happened within you with like, okay, I'm gonna go from I started a business to like I am a successful real estate agent and business owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I started out, and I'll go back because it's kind of like a domino effect of
Tell
everything.
me all of it, seriously.
Um, man, I had a really good job. I quit my job, decided one day I was gonna get my CDL, drive a semi for a year, and get on my real estate license. And that's what I did while I was getting my real estate license. I was driving CDL or driving a semi day drive
No kidding.
and then working on getting my real estate. Well, I was a local delivery driver for Coca-Cola, so I always local. I was always home at night, and I was trying to do real estate at the same time. Man, I'd be sitting inside of the back of a freezer on the phone trying to sell a house, and all you could hear was fans in the background. And it got to the point
Right,
where I'm like, God, I can't do both. It's just not going to work because I'm
right,
missing out on opportunities. So I quit my job cold turkey, went to real estate. I had zero deals lined up. I had about 5 months reserves set aside, is what I had. And I tell people now 6 months is safe.
yeah, okay,
Um, and man, I started doing it. And I'll be honest, my first probably, let's see, it was June. I didn't really have a deal until I had deals, but they all fell apart.
right,
And
right,
in my
right,
head, I saw that money coming and I spent that money to get more deals and lead generation and all that. And then the deals fell apart on me.
right, right,
So
right.
on top of having 5 months reserves, I got a little greedy and started counting my checks before they were cashed.
Mm,
And I went into even more debt because I had enough money to pay the bills, but I didn't have enough money to pay for this extra stuff that I was budgeting or throwing in the budget.
right, right, right.
And finally, man, I had a deal closed and I got that check, was able to pay some things off, and I still had a lot racked up. And it got to the point, man, where I had about one more week to go before I had to go get a new job or a side hustle to start making money.
Yeah, like we were on a 11th hour miracle is what we needed, right? Like,
Literally, man, I'm sitting here like I signed up for Lyft, I signed up for Uber, I
yep,
was
yep, yep.
doing Door. I was like, I'll do whatever right now just to make money. And I don't know, man. I just started working harder. I'm like, you know what? Instead of going out and driving Lyft in the evening or whatever, what if I just wake up earlier and hit the phones harder? What if I just start doing it harder?
Yeah,
In my head, I'm thinking, I don't want to go drive an Uber. I don't want to go drive a Lyft.
right, right, right.
And and don't be wrong, dude. Sometimes I'll still do it just kind of humble
Oh,
myself.
I did that a bit. Like sometimes you go chuck some pizzas, like whatever, man.
Yeah, man. I still do it every once in a while. Like if definitely if I find myself getting a little lazy, I'll go drive a Lyft for a night.
Hell
And
yeah. Why not? Why not?
go make some money. But I'll tell you what, it humbles you and makes you get back to because you realize how good you really got it in your normal job.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, I got lucky and it started shifting. It started taking off and I started playing catch up. And then man, it just clicked one day like I'm good at this.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And that's when I started looking at coaching options because I was like, I'm good at this, but how do I be great?
How do I get to the yeah, how do I get to that next level? Have you ever there's a book called Good to Great. I'll save you the trouble. You don't have to read the whole thing, but the premise is wonderful that like the greatest enemy of greatness is just being good. Because like when you're good, you get complacent. You're
Hmm.
like, hey, things are okay, let's not shake it up. But you'll never achieve greatness. But like actually that near failure moment where you're like, we have to reinvent everything. We got to reinvent our mentality, our psychology, the way we do things. That is how you reach greatness. But it's hard from
100%.
a position of being good, it's hard to level up because you're like, oh, things are okay. Let's why do anything different, right?
Yeah. And dude,
Yeah.
you just got to get You got to get hungrier, is what I've learned.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wasn't hungry enough. I wanted it, but I didn't truly want it.
Right.
And man, I had to figure out how to set goals and set clear plans on to make those goals.
Hmm.
And then I had to figure out, okay, what truly drives me?
Yeah, yeah, really like just almost meditate on it. You're like, okay, because I've been in that position in the last 6 months where you're like, okay, look, things are a little tight. So like, should I go earn some money doing something I don't really want to do? And it's like, well, that's not the point. That's not like, not why I did any of this. I'm like, no, no, no. I need to double down on the stuff I love doing. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And like, just work harder at what you love. Like, determined to make that thing work instead of like, oh, we're gonna find a bunch of temp solutions. We're gonna, redirect and do this thing we don't want to do because we can earn a little money. Like, that doesn't usually work out. Like, you gotta go with the main goal and just get hungry on it. Yeah.
100%, man. And what I say to at the end of the day is I don't knock what anybody does. At the end of the day, you can't
Right.
go broke making money.
Yeah.
I just know how easy I truly got it, how I've made it for myself and how good I am at what I do. That if I feel myself getting lazy, I'll go do something that I don't find easy. I'll go do something that I don't want to do.
Right. Right. Right.
I mean, and again, the book I'm reading, my coach, Michael Burt, he says that he has a private jet. He flies private everywhere he goes. But when his team doesn't make their sales goal, he doesn't fly them private. He takes them on Southwest.
Yeah, just like, hey, this is what it's like when we're not succeeding.
Yeah.
This is just this is what
If I'm
everybody.
not hitting my goals, man, I go do something I don't want to do.
It's not a bad thought. Remind yourself that, like, look, what is the other side of this? Like, if this doesn't work out and you go clean like horse stables or something, as an example, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, this is not what I'm trying to do, right? Like,
100%, man. I mean, it's
yeah,
like I got to look at the hard stuff that I really did at the beginning. Like I used to go knock on people's doors for business.
right, right.
If I'm having a bad week, I'll go knock doors. And I'm
Why
like,
the hell
hey,
not?
look,
Yeah.
I got to figure it out, or I got to figure out what I'm doing, or I don't like calling old internet leads as an example. I mean, people that register on my website that are just looking on Facebook and all that. And dude,
Yeah,
I got people that are like 2, 3 years old in my database that I don't call anymore because I know they're old leads, but I don't like calling them because I feel like it's a waste of my time. But guess what? If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I need some motivation. Guess what? I'm gonna go call them and realize, dang, this sucks. I need to get back to what I'm good at, back to producing what I need to produce.
that's not a bad thought. Another thing, and I want to go back to kind of the beginning of this, because this is tricky. It's about mindset, but you're talking about like, okay, you had these deals like in your mind, these are going through. So like, okay, now let's reinvest in the business. Let's let's count the chickens before they hatch, right? But
Yeah,
if you don't do that, it's almost like you're assuming it's going to fail. And like, I don't think you should ever assume like something isn't going to work. Like, I think if you want something to fail, just go into it thinking it's going to. You'll
100%.
you'll find a way to make sure that it does. So like that is such a tricky balance right there.
It is, man. And I've what I tell everybody is the money's not made till it's in your account.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And at the end of the day, every day starts at zero.
Mm.
Every day I start out making $0.
Hmm.
The clock starts at zero. I've started with zero effort. As soon as you open your eyes, you start at everything you've done. Yesterday means nothing. You're at complete zero for everything.
Mm.
So, yeah, you don't want to walk into it looking at fail, but at the end of the day, you're starting at zero and the money's not made till it's in your account.
Like every day has to, yeah. Every day needs to count by itself.
100%. And that's
Yeah.
you max out the day, and guess what? Tomorrow starts back at zero. You're at zero effort. You're at $0. You're at zero time spent on what you need to be doing.
Right.
You have to reset every day. And that goes back to, as I talked before in the last time we talked,
Hmm.
writing your 3 goals first thing in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I've gotten well, I've added a fourth goal on, which I tell people not to, but I did.
Mm.
Um, because I'm like, God, there's 4 things I want to get done. But if I restart every day, write those things down, that's what I start focusing on. Now I hit the ground running because I know what my goals are and I know what I need to do to achieve those every day.
You keep your mind dialed in on the task at hand. I've actually been doing something similar. I'm gonna get on the three goals thing for sure, but I at least took your advice in terms of like, okay, wake up, write something down to like get your mind oriented where it's supposed to be. But one of these things, I'm writing down every morning 10 things I'm grateful for. That's how I start the day. And
100%.
I think as human beings, we're just like, we're so attuned to like what we're lacking. Like, okay, what do you not have that you want so bad, right? But we get a little ungrateful. And it's kind of like, and I'm on this whole manifestation thing, which is a whole woo-woo kind of deal, but I'm into that kind of stuff. But it's like almost like if you're married to life and it's like, okay, life brings you a bouquet of flowers and you're like, oh, this isn't good enough. This isn't the, you know what I mean? This gift sucks. I don't like this gift. Life stops giving you gifts, right? So it's like,
100%.
for me, it's like every book sale, every book review, every new subscriber on the YouTube. I'm like, hell yeah, thank you.
Be
I'm
thankful
stoked
for
about
it.
it. I'm like telling the world, like, give me more. Give me more. I love it. I love it. Keep it coming. I'm into it. I'm grateful for every single one. And I'm starting my day like orienting like that. That like everything is a win. We're gonna celebrate.
You have to, man, and it makes you start out on the better foot.
Yeah,
I'll send you a link. I started recommending people get self-reflection journals. They sell them on Amazon.
love that.
And I got a self-reflection journal. And it's got a quote in it every day. It's
Mm-hmm.
got three goals. It has a spot for it.
Mm.
Every day also has a question it asks you. I don't always answer the question. It depends what it is. And then it'll say like, hey, what's three things you could have done better today? What's three things you did accomplish? Like it literally asks you like 12 questions and it has extra writing space. And I do my self-reflection journal every day.
Like make your life strategic. I mean, like dial in on what it is, stay focused on it, circle back to it at the end of the night. Like keep this train on the tracks. Like be your own coach, right?
100%.
No, I believe in that wholeheartedly. I mean, that's what we need. Like we're all way too scattered and stuff. And I work with a lot of these authors, right? Like we're friends on TikTok and everything, and everyone is like tripping about the whole TikTok thing because that's like it's the most productive social media for like all of the artists. But I'm
Yeah.
like, look, TikTok goes away, and it's like there's still all these readers, there's still all these authors. They still want to meet each other, they still want to find each other. Nothing has changed, right? I'm like, success and failure are built in your mind and then they play out in the
Correct.
world. At the end of the
Correct.
day, it's not all this external stuff. It's all up here and then it plays out there. And that's what you got to get through your mind.
You got to overcome those problems
Yeah,
and
100%.
focus on the next solution.
Hey, so we got a minute left. So I want to talk about your coaching. If anyone is watching this, anyone wants to reach out to Christian for coaching, he's someone who like, hey, has built a business, took a chance on himself. It is going very well. He's been through it. Like, so if you're someone starting out, you're looking for coaching, you're looking for accountability, whatever it may be. Christian, anything you want to say? Like, people looking for you for different resources.
Man, I just love to have a conversation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even if you don't believe you need coaching, it's worth a conversation. Let's just look at your business and figure out a few things. And I'm willing to give a free couple calls to see if the style is even for you or if it's something I feel I can truly help you with. Because I may not be the perfect fit for everyone,
Mhm.
but I do have a lot of resources where I say, hey, look, I may not be the great coach, but there is somebody over here that I think would be a good fit for you. I do know other coaches.
Yeah, it can redirect you. So
And that conversation's worth it.
yeah, and then any links you want me to include, I'll put them in the description so people can like reach out to you about coaching and different things. And I'll even maybe the manifest or the, accountability journal you were talking about, might put a link to that in the description too, because I think I want that myself. So